Hello YouTubers, my name is Jeff Galata and today is Friday, October 24th, 2014. On Monday the 13th I had lumbar laminectomy and fusion surgery at the Hospital for Joint Diseases in New York City. Surgery was performed by Dr. Anthony Petrizzo and it's been quite successful. I had actually lumbar laminectomy and fusion. The laminectomy was L3, L4, L5, and the fusion was for L4, L5. The surgery was done late in the afternoon on Monday. I came home here to Hicksville, Long Island on Friday afternoon, and I have to say that so far the surgery has been a raging success. I am 65 years old, will be 66 next year, 5'7", pushing 300 pounds, been overweight pretty much all my life, so obviously that's been a contributing factor. But I also, in my past years of working, have done work which required heavy lifting, carrying things, wiring houses for home theaters and such. 25 to 30 years in retail, spending hours on my feet. Last 15 years in wholesale, so more or less a sit-down job. But in any case, for the last 7 years I've suffered from very bad spinal stenosis. It probably goes back even before that. Disc degeneration, arthritis, spondylosis, causing severe sciatica pain, mostly down the back of my legs, but also radiating down the sides of the hips and into the feet and such. Real misery to the point where I could really not walk much more than 100 feet or so without it really causing a lot of pain. Over the years I've had a number of lumbar epidurals which have given temporary relief and helped me out through things of if I had to travel, go through airports and such, it would help somewhat. I've also over the past years had 2 hip replacements which have helped as far as the arthritis goes, but nonetheless I finally decided it was time to have this surgery done. So a little recap on the way things went. The surgery was done late in the afternoon. I came out of it about 11:30 in the recovery room. Obviously significant incision pain. They had me on a dilaudid pain pump every 6 minutes or so. I could hit the plunger. That became my friend. I went through the night with no particular incidents. In the morning they moved me down to what they call the step down room, which is monitored but not as intense as the ICU. Pain was manageable. They got me up, moved me around a little bit. Then later in the day they actually removed the pain pump, put me on regular OxyContin pills, and removed the catheter, which was quite an experience if you've never had it done. Got me up and walking. I actually walked a considerable amount all the way around the nurse's station, probably 400 or 500 feet back to the room. Very pleased that there was no sciatic pain whatsoever. Didn't feel anything, no radiating pain down the back of the legs at all. Sat up for a good bit, getting back in and out of bed, relatively painful but not horrendous. However, the lack of the pain pump began to take its toll, and by the evening on Tuesday I was in some real pain. Later in the evening, tried to explain to the nurse and the LPN that I had been taking Percocet for half a dozen years, taking generally 10 milligrams 4 to 5 times a day, so that them giving me 5 milligrams really didn't have much of an effect on me, and that they had to do something a little stronger and increase my dosage. Finally the pain doctor came down in. First thing he did was have them give me a dilaudid push through the IV, which calmed the pain down because it was really at a screaming 9.5 or so, and I don't get that pain very often, and it was quite unbearable. In any case, I explained to him my tolerance to OxyContin, and once he realized that, they put me on a regimen which I've been on ever since, which is 15 milligrams every 4 hours, and then every 2 hours in between that. So 4 hours I get 15, 2 hours later I take 5, then 2 hours 15, 2 hours 5. And again, while it's a controlled substance, while it's addictive, I have built up a tolerance to it, and it does keep the pain at bay, keeps it at a kind of steady level. So throughout the rest of the week, I did have some problems urinating. I had to put the catheter back in, which is much less fun than having it taken out. But they've increased a Flomax prescription that I was on, and I'm happy to report that I'm now urinating normally. Constipation, which is always a problem with Oxy, has dissipated, so all that's nice and normal. You don't need to know any more details than that. Having come home since Friday, I went out and bought myself, or ourselves, my wife and I, at Big Lots, by the way, if you're interested, a very good deal on a Serta queen-size contoured bed. Got the bed frame for $5.99 and a matching mattress for under $400. Very, very comfortable, although for the past few years, because of back pain and hip pain, I've been sleeping in my recliner. So I have been sleeping in the bed, either contoured on my back or flat with the bed flat, sleeping on my side. The last couple of nights I've reverted back to the recliner, been sleeping very, very well. I'm in the recliner right now, not reclined super back, but I have a pillow behind my back, so giving me some extra support, so I'm not leaning way, way back. My back is fairly straight, legs are out a little bit, there's no pressure on the wound. Right now, there's almost no wound pain, so it's whatever it is, 10 days, 11 days after surgery. Very, very little incision pain. The wound is drained very nicely. What I do feel is if when I'm up and around for a while, is I get some muscular pain from the back, back pain, actual muscular pain, not spinal, not nerve pain, and I'm attributing that to the muscles that have been cut through and now healing back again. Also very weak from the years of lack of exercise, obviously with that bad back, not really being able to do any walking or anything strenuous. So I'm hoping to get back into a walking regimen. In a few months I'll go to PT, they'll give me the back exercises. The one thing I can tell anybody who wants to get this done, again, I'm going on 66 years old, big fat guy, never really, did a particular exercise, although some years ago I did exercise quite vigorously. I went to a gym, did treadmill every morning, 3 miles every morning. That actually contributed to the collapse of my spine, but anyway, it's my fault. But if you're thinking about getting this done, the one thing I'm thinking now, I'm realizing now, I have to be very careful. The bending, they call it BLT. You can't bend, lift, or twist. And because, and particularly with the pain meds, it doesn't hurt me to bend, lift, or twist. I have to really think about it and realize that I can't do it. Even though I think I can, and even though I'm physically capable of it, because it doesn't hurt me, it's going to damage the fusion. So that's the main thing. Anybody who gets the fusion surgery, remember, you've got bone graft material sitting in there. Yeah, they put the titanium screws and the rods, but you've got the bone graft material, and that's the key. That needs to go about 3 months pretty unmolested and undisturbed, and that's got to grow in and solidify like cement between the two vertebrae. And if that gets disturbed or that gets messed up, then the graft, the fusion never really takes. So that's why you need to avoid that twisting motion. You don't want that vertebrae to be doing, this kind of thing where it twists on itself. So I'm going to go see my surgeon this coming Thursday. I'm sure will do whatever x-rays or whatever he wants to do to see how the fusion's taking. But again, I have to remind myself, something's right next to me, I can't twist to get it. I have to turn like a robot and face anything that I want to, do anything. I'm doing a little bit of light, not cleaning, but a little bit of dishes, a little bit of cooking, just getting something out of the refrigerator or out of a cabinet, whatever it is petting a cat, whatever it comes down to. I have to be very, very conscious of not doing the motion. And even before this, before the surgery, when I'm pain pills, when it doesn't hurt me, I would be doing things around the house, taking care of the pool, taking care of the yard, taking out tons of garbage and whatever else. And you carry the stuff and you lift it and you do all this crap because you don't feel the pain because you're on Oxy. And then of course the damage is being done even though you don't feel it. So again, I highly recommend the surgery so far. My experience has been pretty miraculous. Once I'm out and about more, once I'm able to drive, and once I'm able to go back to work, once I'm able to think, I'll definitely be posting. I'll probably do another post next week after I see my surgeon. So Anybody who's interested, who sees this, you'll feel free to leave comments, ask any questions. I'll be happy to help you. But so far for me, it's been nothing short of miraculous. So this is Jeff. I'm signing off for now, and I will hopefully be in contact with you and keep you an update next week. So bye-bye for now.